Hello, pilgrims. Welcome to a place of rest while you are traversing the vast open wilderness spaces of the internet. This is a place where we are trying to consider a psalm a day, or perhaps more accurately, a psalm a video, just to refresh our souls. As we've said many times, the Psalter is just a mysterious collection of poetry and songs. It offers wisdom, it offers praise, it offers lament, and opportunities to process God, process our life situations, process the things that we are happy about and those things that we are miserable about. And that's a very unique collection. That's a very unique venue to do that with. So we're happy to come to the Psalms and to just chew on one, digest one slowly each video. As is obvious from the title of this video, we will be looking at Psalm 5 today. If you would like to go back and revisit the reading and the consideration of the previous Psalms, you can always do that. There is a link in the description below. But for those of you who would like to follow along, feel free to grab your own copy of the scriptures. But let's all hear this together. For the leader on wind instruments, a psalm of David. Give ear to my words, O Yahweh. Consider my inmost thoughts. Listen to my cry for help, my King and my God, for I pray to you. Yahweh, in the morning you will hear my voice. In the morning I lay my needs before you and wait expectantly. For you are not a God who takes pleasure in wickedness. Evil cannot remain with you. Those who brag cannot stand before your eyes. You hate all who do evil. You destroy those who tell lies. Yahweh detests men of blood and deceivers. But I can enter your house because of your great grace and love. I will bow down toward your holy temple in reverence for you. Lead me, O Yahweh, in your righteousness because of those lying in wait for me. Make your way straight before me. For in their mouths there is nothing sincere. Within them are calamities. Their throats are open tombs. They flatter with their tongues. O God, declare them guilty. Let them fall through their own intrigues. For their many crimes throw them down, since they have rebelled against you. But let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them forever shout for joy. Shelter them, and they will be glad, those who love your name. For you, O Yahweh, bless the righteous. You surround them with favor like a shield. These are the true and poetic and timeless words of our eternal God. It's interesting that the Psalter, and even Book 1 of the Psalter, which we'll talk about more when we get to the end of this so-called first book, begins with two psalms that are very positive, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word. And then from Psalm 3 onward, they take a turn. They become very heartfelt psalms about going through trouble and experiencing grief and a lot of external threats, whether those are real or metaphorical. Psalm 5 continues that trend. It begins with asking God to hear the words of the psalmist and consider his inmost thoughts. So even those things that I can't put into words, know the motivations, know those feelings, those longings, those groanings that I have. May you hear them. I'm going to come to you in the morning with my voice. In the morning, I'm going to lay all my needs before you and wait expectantly. What a beautiful image of somebody who, when really wrestling with something, is able to first thing go to God. I'm going to tell you what I'm struggling with. I'm going to pray. I'm going to seek your mercy, your intervention, your resolution to these things. And I'm going to lay all of it out before you, and then I'm going to wait as the rest of the day goes on, as the rest of the twists and turns come in for whatever else is going to happen to me over the course of my day, at my work, in my conversations, in my civic engagements. I'm still waiting for you to work out those things that I laid bare before you first thing in the morning. Then the psalmist sort of quotes back to God, whom the psalmist knows God to be. You are not a God who takes pleasure in wickedness. Evil can't remain with you. Those who brag cannot stand before your eyes. That sounds very similar to Psalm 1. Blessed are those who meditate on the word of the Lord, but do not stand in the path of sinners. Sinners will not be able to stand in your presence, O God. Very similar idea here. I know who you are, God. You will destroy all those who tell lies. You detest people who seek after blood and who are deceivers. Again, hard to tell how much of that is metaphorical, but certainly there seems to be a right way and a wrong way. People who identify with God, particularly the God of the Bible, and even more specifically, the God of the Psalms, recognize God behaves in a certain way. And therefore, people who truly want to follow him will also behave in a certain way. And it doesn't matter what you say you believe, if you behave in such a way that you contradict God and his values, we can know that God's not on your side in this. That's what the psalmist says. He says, you're not a God who takes pleasure in those kind of people, but I can enter your house because of your great grace and love. I bow down toward your holy temple in reverence for you. It almost sounds like the psalmist knows, if not for you and your mercy and your loving kindness, your faithfulness, God, I couldn't enter your place of worship. But that's the way you are, and therefore I am reverent towards you. When I come to your house, when I even face your house in prayer, I do so in reverence. I do so in worship, which is the reason you and I can be in a good relationship, God. Whereas other people are going to behave differently, I'm looking for opportunities to worship you because I do believe you are right and your ways are right, and the way that you teach us to follow you is right. I'm going to obey that and worship you as the good God. So he asks for leading. Lead me in your righteousness. Because of those who are lying in wait for me, make your way straight before me. He goes in this litany of things that are wrong with the people who stand against him, that they are full of calamities, their throats are open tombs, they flatter with their tongue. But he says, God, declare them guilty, let them fall through in their intrigues. For their many crimes, throw them down, since they have rebelled against you. In other words, the psalmist seems to be saying, I'm not going to behave like they do. I'm not going to fight fire with fire. I'm not going to combat evil with evil. Just because they behave in unrighteous ways doesn't mean I'm going to, because I know, God, you don't stand for those things. So I'm worshiping you. I'm praying for you to fight my battles. Thwart them so that, and this is the conclusion of the psalm, all who take refuge in you can rejoice, can shout for joy forever, because we are sheltered and we love your name. O Lord, bless the righteous and surround them with favor like a shield. I hope whatever you're going through, whenever you are tempted to do the socially acceptable things of lying and cheating and stealing to get ahead, because that's the way of culture, that's the way of the world, your allegiance to God, your worship of God, your pleading with God continues to say, I'm going to do the right things. I'm going to behave the way you desire me to behave, O God. And I trust that you will vindicate those who walk in your ways, and you will bring down those who stand in opposition to you. I don't have to take matters into my own hand, and because of that, I will rejoice in you even more. That, my friends, is a good word from Psalm 5. I pray that you have opportunity to chew on that, to consider that, to pray over that, and even to change your heart and the way that you walk in accordance with it. And until we get together again, until the next psalm, until the next video, may the peace of God be with you. Amen.